Good morning, everybody. I am absolutely this morning blessed and honored to be part of Shamila Saret Corner Chat. And we are just having a few difficulties with me logging online. So sorry, Shamila. It seems like the cold is affecting the technology and everything today. So, um, we're going to try another way to connect. And while I'm here, I just want to say, thank you for everybody that's always watching and encouraging and, just being there for all of us. And I hope you had a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful Women's Day yesterday. I hope that you were spoiled, and I hope that there was no mums that had to do literally anything in the kitchen yesterday. So while I'm waiting for her, she's going to send me an invite. I'll just, chat with you guys. Oh, here comes the invite. So let's see. I think the cold is just affecting everything. Okay, she sent the invite. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. As everybody's coming. Hi, Shamila.
Hi, how are you?
I am perfect. Perfect. Let's try. Third time lucky.
Yes, I'm sure we'll get it right this time. So I'm not going to start that watch party because I think that actually put a spanner in the works. Trying to get, I think people on my platform will actually know that I'm live, so they will join in the chat. How are you doing?
I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm perfect. Happy Women's Day to you.
Thank you, and to you too, and absolutely gorgeous as always.
Oh, thank you. You too. I absolutely have learned from the best. So,
Oh, thank you, Rosa. Yeah, it's been quite a long time since we actually saw each other. You know, COVID has just damaged all relationships and gatherings and events and all of that. And with us, the touchy feely people that love hugs, I think it's taking a toll on all of us at this moment.
it definitely is because I miss seeing my friends and, the touchy-feely me being Italian. It's like I just want to hug my people and I want to talk to them. I want to look them eye to eye and say, I miss you, I love you. And, how's it going with you? Because everybody, if you ask them now, they say, that's going well, but you can see, it's not going well because it's a difficult
Yes.
time. And that is what I miss, just that interaction with everybody to really hear that person's heart, to hear how they're really, really doing.
Yes, but there's technology, so we can. I think we need to get more techno savvy because this is what we're going to end up doing all the time. Just to upskill ourselves and get with it. But it's a learning curve. We'll get there someday. It's just
Yeah,
now.
it's definitely a learning curve for me. I was like calling my teenage grumpy daughter, like, please come and help, mama. But yeah, you are 100% correct. It is a learning curve for everybody. I can see it in the law practice as well. There's people that wants to do Zoom and wants to do the technology stuff that are far away, that can't come and physically see you as an attorney. So yeah, I think you're right. We just have to, upscale and rise up and do it.
Rise up. I love that. So, Rosa, it's the same with me. Being a lecturer, teaching students online, everything is online now. Our meetings are on MS Teams and Zoom. Just staying on board and just doing whatever we can at our very best. We're trying. It's a transition. It's a process for everyone, and I think eventually we will get there. It's like studying something new. Every day there's something new that we can learn, and because nobody knows everything. So I just want to get back to you. I just want to tell everybody what the Red Corner Chat is all about. So I started an initiative and a platform where I get people to come on board and share their stories and experiences. And I think, not just women, but everybody has had some experience in their life at some point in time. And here's a platform where you can share your experiences and make an impact in someone else's life, because you could be the inspiring person on the other end. So if anybody wants to get involved in the Red Corner chat, it's my little red corner. It's the corner where I get a lot of inspiration from. This is my chair that I spend a lot of time reading and getting inspiration and just growing myself. So I decided to come up with Red Corner Chat. So if you would like to get involved, please drop me an email on redcornerchat@gmail.com, or follow the Facebook page as well, Red Corner Chat. It's a global platform. I've got inspiring speakers. I've got a massive lineup with such incredible people. And it's also an opportunity. I decided with COVID-19, it's damaged so many businesses. And a lot of the small businesses are not surviving right now. So here's a platform for you to come on board, share your story, and market your brand, because you never know where it's going to take you.
True. You never know who's watching you. That's true.
Yes, absolutely. So Rosa, back to you. A legal eagle, Mrs. Universe World Intercontinental 2019. Such a long title. How did they get that on your sash?
You know what? It's the longest title I've ever had. It's MS Universe World International Petite, and it's like I don't know how they got it on here, because you have to literally lift it up so that everybody can see. What is your title? But yeah, I'm privileged to have represented South Africa, and that I was given this title and crowned as this title. I'm very blessed.
Well, I've been following your journey, Rosa. You're such an inspiration. You an inspiration to me and to the rest of the girls and women out there. The way you carry yourself, the way you portray yourself, the elegance, that crown deserves to be on your head.
Thank you so
you've
much.
earned it. And for me, it's quite a journey, because I was under your academy when I was crowned Mrs. Johannesburg.
I remember I was so proud. I was sitting there, watching, and I'm like, I must just remember to leave my Western area, manners at home, and put on my best manners, and just like the Queen way. Not like, woo, woo, go Shamila, because I was so proud of you. You both, you and Daksha, were amazing that evening. And it gave me so much satisfaction just to see two women that are so deserving to have those titles. You've carried it so well through the years. Absolutely.
Thank you so much, Rosa. A lot of people ask me why a pageant, because I'm not a beauty queen. And we're not beauty queens. We are, it's beauty with a purpose. So a lot of people ask me, why did you enter Mrs. Johannesburg? And then I try to tell them, it's not a beauty pageant that I entered. Yes, I consider myself to be a beautiful person, more inside than outside. And I just feel that I wanted to do more for the communities, because it's something that I'm so passionate about. And with Role Models Foundation, it was a platform to give single people like myself an opportunity to actually become a queen. Little did I know that I'm going to win it, because I never had the slightest inclination that I was going to win the crown, because, Daksha was crowned the week before, as was Gauteng 2019. And I thought, no, the mother and daughter, Miss Gauteng 2019 and Mrs. Johannesburg 20, no, it's not going to happen. But we made history, so it's been an amazing journey. So yes, it's definitely beauty with a purpose. Because we want to do more out in the communities. I think it's just where my passion lies. But tell me about you. What drives you to this screening and wanting to have that crown, and just, you represent South Africa so well.
Thank you so much. I actually have a very interesting story with regarding to that. At varsity, I was engaged to a man, and he physically and emotionally and mentally abused me, and that left a big scar on my life. And then there was a stage when I started doing public speaking, and my motto is get up, pray up, crown up, and rise up. And as a makeup artist, I'm doing makeup for this lady the one day, and she said to me, "But why don't you enter?" And I said to her, "No, man, I'm too fat and I'm too short. I'm Italian, we like short curves. There's no way. And I thought to myself, "Oh, you're just being nice to me because I can wipe your eyebrows off in 2 seconds." But she was actually, she was very sweet. And then two other people also said to me in the same time, "Rosa, why don't you enter?" And I believe that God speaks in threes. So the other person was a very, very good friend of mine. And she also said to me, "Why don't you enter?" And I said, "No, the same story," because I felt inadequate about myself, even though I was spreading this message to women that, you are good enough. And then the third person, the third thing that happened was that somebody posted this online application on my Facebook page. And I believe that God speaks in threes. And when I saw that, I was like, oh, and literally me and the big man, we had a big talk. And I said, I'm a horse rider and an attorney. I've never done pageants. I've never, ever, ever, ever done modeling. I don't even know how to walk in a straight line. I'm not going to do this. And, God said to me, you can't go around and spread this message of crown up, but you are too afraid to put back on your own crown. And crown up says that God makes every woman, she's born perfect, beautiful, and with an invisible crown. But when something bad in your life happens, that crown falls off. Something like in my instance, with what happened with me, or somebody tells you, you that you're fat or you're ugly or whatever the circumstances. And then God says that when you polish the outside of a woman, all of the inside, the inner beauty, what it's really about, it shines through and she puts back on her crown. So I entered my first pageant with a selfie with me and my horse. Literally with me and my horse. Because I had no idea that I would, even make a top 10 or a top whatever. I thought, okay, what, this is what God said, so I must do it. And I literally stood next to my horse, Sophie, and I took a selfie, and, off it went. And when they phoned me and they said to me, "Listen, you made the top 10, I was like, "Excuse me? Are you speaking to the right person?" I don't think you're speaking to the right person. But anyway, it was God's will, and that's just how it progressed from the one pageant to the other one to the international ones. And thinking back, I believe that, God turned my mess with my domestic violence situation into my message. And that is why I'm born today, to spread that message, to tell women that it's not okay. The gender-based violence is not okay. You can get out of it. And that's why I'm an attorney. And as an attorney, I'm extremely passionate about domestic violence. Extremely. So if a woman comes into Rosa van Niekerk attorneys and she tells me, I am being domestic, I'm in a GBV domestic violence situation, my husband is hitting me or whoever, I promise you, this Italian, let's just say the pit bull comes out of me. So...
Well, Rosa, tell me, which law, which area of law are you practicing in, or you're passionate about?
Well, I'm practicing in, every type of law, but what I'm passionate about family law. that family law is domestic violence, it's parenting plans, it's divorces, it's interim interdict for harassment. And then I also, for some strange reason, I like to do contracts and collections, but I do anything. As an attorney, especially in this area and this stage of our lives, we have to do, everything.
And what's it like being an attorney in a man's world? Because I always see a man as an attorney. And so what's it like being a woman in that space?
Well, firstly, I have to say I've been practicing for 17 years. And I hope that it doesn't show. But, in the beginning, it was quite tough because it is a man's world, definitely, still. But you just have to stand your ground, and represent yourself well. So in the back years, in the olden years, the men were more crude towards the female attorney, but these days it's much better. So they will either try to charm you or they will try to bully you. And I said to a guy the other day, he was a senior attorney, and he was trying to bully me out of court. And I said to him, you know what? I ride a 500-kilogram horse. You won't be a problem. So back off. His eyes was like this big. But no, I'm not going to be intimidated by any man trying to intimidate me. I've been through that. And, that's done. That's done.
Well, I'm going to come out one of the days and have another photo shoot with your stunning horses, because I still have that photo that I taken when I came out of training. Yes, beautiful. It was just so amazing. So, Rosa, what's your message out there to somebody, I'm talking about the younger generation, or somebody that's just finished matric and wants to come out of school and wants to study law? Is it a good field to be in? What sort of advice would you give to somebody like that?
Well, firstly, I would say to that person, go and sit in a court, at least for a month, and see what it is really about. Because people study law because they see, all of these law stories on TV, and they don't realize that law is actually 80% admin and 20% court. So, and the other thing is also study it for the right reason. Don't study it because it sounds, wonderful. And people have this perception that if you study law, you're going to have bags of money, and a great car and a great house. And that's not true. That's why I'm saying study it for the right reason. Studying is because you want to help people. You want to make a difference. And right now, the universities are turning out more law students, more law graduates, and the law field is saturated. So if you're not prepared to really work hard, days, nights, weekend, and, become best at your craft, you're not going to make it. So that's a reality. Study something that you have a passion for. That okay, even if I work till 2 o'clock tonight, this morning I'm going to stand up, I'm going to walk in there with my invisible crown and my high heels, and I am going to beat that guy's ass. That's what I'm going to do.
That's great. Tell me, do you have a mentorship program? Because I know people just can't walk into a court. You have to obviously belong to a mentorship program or go in with a mentor. So what plans do you have, or what do you have at your practice?
Well, at my practice, what we do, normally after you've studied, you have to go and do 2 years articles, then write an exam and get admitted to the bar. So in that 2 years, you have to find an attorney that is willing to learn you, to teach you for the 2 years. So that is what I do. I take, the people, and then I teach them for the 2 years. But it's a rough ride. It's not, you can ask any people that, that's studying law and doing their articles. It's a rough ride because you have to still study a lot. The people think you just come out of varsity and you know everything. And then you come into practice and you realize you're like a baby and you know nothing. And varsity and the real world, it differs. It's totally different from one another.
Yes,
absolutely.
I think with most qualifications, what you study at university, and now to implement and put that into practice, that is a different ballgame altogether. Yes. So you have to gain experience. I mean, you've been in the field now for 17 years. Tell me, who do you look up to in the law field?
I love Tuli Madonsela. I love her. And yesterday I was privileged to be a speaker on a TUMI board, TUMI Foundation, the non-profit organization. So for me, when I got the invite, I was like, what? I was like, they're in the office. And my girls came running in and they're like, Rosa, are you okay? What's going on? And I'm like, you guys are not going to believe this. Because, she's such a strong woman, a passionate woman. She stands for what is right in South Africa, and she's not afraid to go after it, And I admire her so much. So it was like a dream come true. I just want to meet her.
That's awesome. She is an amazing person, and she's done so much in South Africa. I mean, even now, I think, with the sanitary drive that she's doing, climbing Kilimanjaro as well. And, that's something so close to my heart. She's one of the best role models to have. I just want to talk to you a little bit about makeup because, with your being a professional makeup artist, me, for one, I've had my makeup done professionally about 3 times in my life. I tend to do my own makeup all the time because sometimes I feel very uncomfortable because I feel that I'm not made up and I'm not satisfied. So I tend to do it myself. And then it's also the time factor. When you're rushing to events, sometimes 3 to 4 events on a day, you're just doing your makeup quickly and then you're going to the next event and then you got an event in the evening and then you're touching it up again. So tell me about being a professional makeup artist, because I'd love to come to one of your sessions.
Thank you so much. What I've seen is that we as women let me then say myself, or my generation of women, we're never really taught to do makeup properly. And a makeup artist, our heart is just to make a woman beautiful. That's all. We just want to make a woman beautiful. So I've started with classes that the women come and I teach them how to do their own makeup, sitting there, looking in the mirror, and I teach them step for step. And in the beginning of the class, we take photos without makeup and everybody is standing like this. And in the middle of the class, everybody is teaching, WhatsApping their husband, or SMSing, baby, we're going out tonight. And at the end, the women bloom. And I always say the only difference between us, normal women, and supermodels is a good makeup artist. That's all.
There you go. Yes, absolutely. So, Rosa, me, for one, I'm very conscious of my skin because over the years, I've ended up with pigmentation. So that is why I tend to use makeup. I mean, I wouldn't leave my house without makeup on. And I think that's one of the reasons where I'm so conscious of my skin that I don't get makeup artists to come anywhere near me when I don't have makeup on. You know what I mean? So I've always been very conscious of it. What is your message out there to women, like me? Because even now, I don't think I will go anywhere near a person if they don't see me with, or if they see me without makeup on, because I think people know me like this. Now, imagine if they see me without makeup on, they'll think, oh my God, who killed Shamila?
No, listen, firstly, makeup artists and makeup is wonderful. But it's what's in your heart that makes you more beautiful. That's the first thing. So it doesn't matter how you look. I remember there was this one lady in class. She didn't have eyebrows. She was born without eyebrows. And I taught her how to do eyebrows with wax and powder. And when she did her eyebrows and she looked in the mirror, she started to cry. And we all cried. The whole class cried. So please don't be, for any woman out there that feels, I don't want to be seen near makeup artists. They're going to look at my skin and think, oh, this woman, she doesn't take care of her skin or whatever. That's not true. Our heart is just to make every woman feel just the best version, feel beautiful. Because every woman are actually beautiful, with or without makeup.
Yes, very true. But I think, I'm more comfortable with makeup on. It just completes me.
Yes.
You put on a beautiful outfit or a nice dress, and you're going to have your makeup on, if you're used to it. So I love my makeup. During this lockdown, I think for the past 4 or 5 months, I left my house, I would say maximum 5 days. And every time I went out, I had to have my lipstick on under my mask. Because I'm sorry, this is me. I'm using my lips, but to me, I need to wear makeup. I need to wear my lipstick. So yes, that's just a personal preference, I think. I just want to ask you a question. So I'm going to guess, right?
Okay.
I'm guessing that you're wearing the coral lipstick today from 27 Stage Line Professional Makeup.
Yes, 100%. 100%.
Because I'm wearing the same lipstick and I have it right here. There.
Oh, my soul.
Heather Pageant, this is for you. Because she gave me this when I won Mrs. Johannesburg. And I have a whole collection. They're the most amazing lipsticks. I love them.
I am obsessed with Stage Line Professional makeup. Their foundation, their liquid lipsticks, I mean the coral lipstick, even the bullet lipsticks, they are just amazing. They don't make your skin dry. It keeps on the whole time. And for me, I say, listen, your lipstick is your war paint. You have to put on your war paint and put on your high heels. Because high heels, they give you attitude.
Absolutely. We love our heels. I love being on the chat because I get to dress up. Otherwise, you just need PJs or tracksuits, and because you're at home. But just being on the chat now, it gives me the opportunity to dress up, which I love doing. And I also decided, about a month ago, 2 months ago, I decided that I'm going to get up in the morning and I'm going to dress up anyway. Forget about those days where you say, I'm going to keep that dress for this occasion or this special moment or whatever the case is. Just do it. If it makes you feel comfortable, dress up and show up and crown up. Yes. I also feel that COVID has taught us so much in terms of materialistic things. Forget about those designer brands and whatever. Now it's just being comfortable, saving money, and just making do with what you have. Because we look around us and we look at the amount of stuff that we have that we haven't used in 6 months. Is it necessary?
I don't, for me, honestly, COVID is a water-filling time. It's a time where I realized that, like you say, the materialistic things, it doesn't mean anything. What is important is your family, the people that you love, because that can be taken away in a minute, So we don't need all of this nonsense around us. And we need to take off our masks. We all wear masks. How are you? I'm fine. I'm perfect. Thank you. And you? And that's not true. That's not true. We have to take off our masks and be, real and say, for me today it's tough. I feel I also dress up every day. put on my makeup because otherwise I feel depressed. But we have to be real with each other as women and say it's okay to not be okay, and it's okay to just want to take care of yourself and have that little bit of me time, especially for us women that are so on the go, 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 go. And I've realized, okay, so a while ago I was in hospital last year, and who was around my bed? My family and my friends. Not all the people, the other people. So we have to take care of the things that really matter. And it's not the material things. It's not the Chanel bag and the Gucci and all of that. It is our people's hearts. And we have to make sure if our people's hearts are okay by being, real and honest and saying, how are you really?
Yes, no, I totally agree. During this lockdown, I felt for people that are out there starving. They have no food to eat. I've actually contributed to a few organizations and initiatives in terms of food schemes and also the Princess D Menstrual Cup, because I think it's much needed. And so I just believe that we can do a lot. It's each individual to take that initiative and give, because you never know whose life you're touching. And I mean, it's so sad to see people going to bed without food. And yet we tend to waste so much of food. I've taught my kids as well, when you dish up on your plate, just make sure you dish up enough that you can finish. Don't dish up because you think it's going to taste nice and you're going to have an extra bit, because your stomach won't be able to handle it, and then it's wastage. So, I think it's all it's what you instill in your kids as well, the discipline and all of that comes with it. And I must say, with my family, we grew up we are so tight that whatever I have done, it's rubbed off onto them, and they also have that giving spirit. So when we do things, we do it together as a family from my foundation, which is great. And it works for us because at the end of the day, it's fulfillment. It's not about us just being flashy out there, and then you find that there's so many hungry people around. I mean, we speak about the multimillionaires in South Africa that are doing nothing to help people. And
Absolutely.
Here we come out, we have a voice, and we, the little people that we give so much. So, this is out there, people help other people. Let's see how we can grow South Africa or even the rest of the world, and give as much as we can. If you're going to die tomorrow and you have that big bank balance, it means nothing.
Absolutely.
So rather, contribute to these initiatives. I think it's much needed right now, or any time, because we have so much of poverty in the world, and we can make a difference. So Rosa, I just want to find out, Director of Project Rage, what is that and what does it mean? What initiative is it? What are you doing here?
It is an initiative that is so close to my heart. It was founded, Project Rage was founded by Mr. Mark Ramsey. And it's an initiative where the men of South Africa are standing up for the women that are in gender-based violence situations. And this is exactly what we need. So what they do is they go to safe houses and they go and see is there something that they can fix there, or can they give food there. And now they've also put a pledge, and they're asking any man in South Africa to take this pledge to say, no blood on my hands. I will protect my sister, my wife, my cousin. I will protect all women in South Africa. And then they ask, to flip a coin, give a 5 rand, just one person in South Africa, one man, to give a 5 rand, to raise funds to look after women that is in gender-based violence situation. And they've asked me to come on board to be the legal representative, because there's a lot of ladies out there that are in gender-based violence situations and they cannot afford a private attorney. So, you know, they have to go through that process themselves. So I'm so humbled, I'm so blessed, and I'm so excited for this because you can make a real difference. You can help this woman to get a protection order against her husband. And it feels for the first time as if men and women in South Africa are uniting and standing together and saying gender-based violence is not okay. And we have not had that for years in South Africa. I mean, every 3 minutes a woman is killed in South Africa.
Gosh.
So for me to be able to be part of this movement is just amazing. I'm just so grateful for that. And I want to ask everybody to please go and like Rosa van Niekerk attorney on Facebook. Because I'll be posting a lot about Project Rage there. Project Rage has a Facebook page. Please go and like it. They have a group as well. And thank you for every man that has thus far given a R5, taken this pledge to protect the women in South Africa. And you know, I can't elaborate on any you know, I can't let the cat out of the bag, so to say, but we are going to help women and change this tide of femicide in South Africa in a major way. And I'm so excited about that. So excited.
That is such a great initiative. Rosa, what is your message out to women that are in abusive relationships?
My message, because I was there, I was advancedly engaged to this guy, like I said, and I've been in that relationship for 3 years. I was that time. And people always say, but why do you stay? You know, why don't you just walk? Because that man breaks you down to a state that you don't believe in yourself anymore. You don't believe you're worth anything. You believe that that's your fault. So my message to any woman in a situation like that would be to remember that even before God created you, He created a purpose for you. So you are planned because God doesn't make mistakes. And you were born for a reason, and you were born for a time such as this. So sister, stand up. You know, you are worth more. Get out of that relationship. Kick that guy to the curb, you know, and just start with your life, because you are worthy, you are beautiful, and you have a purpose. You are there for a moment in time to help somebody else. You are not a mistake. Just go and live your life to the fullest and never, ever, ever look back. And then you can't do it without God. Get up, pray up, crown up, and rise up. And wear that invisible crown because you're worthy.
What a wonderful message, Rosa. I hope women out there that are in abusive relationships take your advice, because I think it's time to walk. You can't endure that. I mean, if you look at the number of women that are dying these days, come on, you know, we are small people. We are so small inside. You never know what you're going to do to this woman. So I think, you know, that's a powerful message. What's your power message to women as a whole?
To women as a whole, I want to say the following. We should, as women, embrace other women. Be your sister's keeper. Look after your sister. Make sure that you know what's going on in her life. Because especially people that, you know, other people think are the strong ones, you know, never, they don't ask, how are you doing? Look after your sister. Ask her, are you okay? My apologies, I've got a little bit of flu. Ask her, are you okay? defend her, in her absence. Stand together, band together. That is what women should do. Stop breaking down your sister. You should be your sister's keeper and make sure that she's okay. So there's a very powerful hashtag that I started a while ago. I am proud of you. I was cyberbullied, and then I just decided to start that. And it's amazing to see how one word of "I'm proud of you" can change another woman's life, can change the way she feels about herself today. If I tell you, Shamila, I'm proud of you. I've been following your journey for years. I've seen all the accolades that you have won. And every time I'm like, you go, girl. And that's awesome, because when one woman rises and one woman, stands up, she stands up for every woman out there. And that is what we should realize as women. Stop breaking down your sister and start helping her to rise. Because people that are successful, women that are successful, are actually happy for other people that are successful, because they're not a threat. So women, we're not a threat to each other. You have something powerful in you that God has given to you that only you can use, and I have something that only I can use. So let's band together, stand together, and rise together. Be your sister's keeper.
Yes. Wow. Powerful. I'm a firm believer of empowered women empower women. And I think it's so important for us just to celebrate others. And that is just it just makes you feel good, when you appreciate other women and you recognize them for that as well. We often find that we would feel absolutely glamorous and pretty and beautiful, and we go to an event and you find that a handful of people will say, "Oh, but you look so gorgeous today, you look beautiful," but the person standing right next to you doesn't give you a compliment.
Yes.
Does that make sense? And I always say, you get people, I'm generalizing here, you get people that would be in a family, they have people living in their houses, but they would go onto Facebook or WhatsApp and send good morning messages to people that they don't know, or possibly just met, somewhere. But the person standing right next to you, you don't even greet them good morning. Does that make sense?
No, it doesn't. It doesn't, because it's, once again, it has to do with jealousy. So, what we're trying to do is empower other women to, look at your sister standing next to you and say, "Oh, I love what you're wearing," or "I love your lipstick," or whatever. Because let's be real for a moment. Even though we have won several crowns or won a crown or whatever, we still feel sometimes that we're also not good enough, that we're also inadequate in stuff that we do. I remember when I was in Miami with Mrs. Universe, there was this lady, and I became good friends with her, Jennifer. And, I was just standing there, tummy in, shoulders, the whole pose thing. Yeah, trying in our swimwear, because it was swimwear. And
you look stunning, by the way. You look absolutely stunning. I love those photos. I love them.
Thank you so much.
I even saved some of them on my desktop.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. And I was so nervous because we're just trying to, look perfect and be perfect. And here comes this woman, Jennifer Michaela. She's a curvy girl, and she's like enjoying herself and, just living it up. And I later went to her and I said to her, how do you do this? We're just trying to act perfect, be perfect, holding your tummy, you almost can't breathe and smile. And here you are living it up, living life. And she said to me, "You know what, Rosa, I just realized that I'm beautiful no matter what my size." And that opened my eyes. It really opened my eyes. And then I decided, you know what? I've got the Italian curves for life, honey. I'm gonna rock them. It's okay.
Curves are good. Some
Curves
of
are
them.
good. Yeah.
Rosa, so you are a professional makeup artist, and I do my own makeup. What
Yes.
advice would you give me? Do you think my makeup is fine? You know, I'm good when it comes to criticism, so you can tell me the way it is. You know, I had somebody who told me previously, "Oh no, your brows, you don't do your brows properly. You know, you shouldn't be doing your brows like that." But I just feel if people are comfortable with the way they look and what they do to themselves, then let it be. You know,
Yes.
so what do you think that I should do? I'm pretty open, so you can talk to me.
Well, luckily I know that you are a strong woman. But what I want to tell you is that there is, and I teach this to the ladies, there's no rules in makeup. If it makes you feel happy to wear, you know, a blood red lipstick like I always do from stage on professional makeup, wear it, you know? And there's nothing that I can see from the screen that that I can see is wrong. This is Shamila. Shamila always has the cold eyes, and I love that because you have this almond eyes, and you look like an Egyptian princess. And I'm like, I'm just trying to do my wing, you know, just to, you know, take it up to the wing liner here. No, so there's nothing wrong. It's about how your makeup makes you feel. And I can't criticize anything. Sorry.
Oh, thank you so much, Rosa. Well, like I said, you know, it's all about us being comfortable with what we put on our faces and how we look. If it makes us feel good, then do it. I
Yes.
don't think I don't think there's any prescribed method, like you said, as to how to put makeup. And if you think about how it's changed over the years, you know, we used to have the conventional makeup, and now it's just colors, and you're looking brighter, and just go for it. You know, even if your face looks like a rainbow, go for it. If it makes
Yes.
you feel good. You know, I think we must stop criticizing other women because, you know, it's either she's too fat or she's too thin. She's, look at her hair. It's either straight or curly, or she doesn't have hair, or, you know, we need to take into cognizance women that have had health issues as well. You
Yes.
know, if somebody is putting on weight, you don't pick on her weight because you don't know what she's going through in terms of health. I mean, me for one, I have an underactive thyroid, and some days I'm super skinny, and some days I'm bloated. So we have our moms as well, and you have to actually be aware that these people are also going through hard times or trying times in their lives. So we should stop criticizing other women, or even men for that matter. You know, just let it be. If they're comfortable, they're comfortable. If they want to do something about it, then they must go and do something about it. We can't tell someone, now, let me fix your eyebrows, you know. So so this is where I say, you know, people need to now pick other people up instead of bringing them down. Say positive things, put positive messaging, because that's what people want to hear. It's not about saying, you're so beautiful, but then you want to stab somebody in the back. In that same breath, you talk ill about that person to someone else, and you know, Rosa, you know this.
I know.
So just be true, you know. And I always say, just be authentic, be yourself, be true. You don't have to follow. And you know, there's a saying that if someone gossips about someone to you, nothing stops them from gossiping about you.
That's true.
So we women should actually be aware of that. If someone is saying something bad about someone else, what is stopping that person from talking about me to someone else?
Absolutely. That is why I have few friends that I can really say they are not acquaintances, they are my friends, they are my family. Me and Heather, we joke at the Pageant, we joke and we say we are familia because some friends, they turn into familia. But those are the people that you can call 12 o'clock at night, and cry your eyes out and say, you know what, this has happened, or whatever the situation, and you know that it's going to stay there. They love you in your good times, your bad times, um, your crazy times, you know,
Yes. Crazy streak. Yes.
yeah, they just love you. And we need that. We need honest women.
So talking about familia and the Italian blood, the pasta, the carbs, how do you stay and like the way you are and look so good?
Well, firstly, if you go a little bit down my timeline on Facebook, you will see that I'm not the best cook, honestly. I tried to cook for my husband for Father's Day, and the oven caught fire and everything, burned.
Did
But
you try?
yeah, I tried. The Italian cooking I can do very well. But the Italians, they have another way of eating. They have a healthy way of eating. They serve five small portions, and then they have limoncello after it, which helps you with your intestines and the digestion. And then they have coffee, and they eat over like, listen, come to my house, an Italian meal is like 3 hours, 3 hours minimum. And after that, they go and they walk as well. So now, that we are in a stage where the gyms is not open. I mean, I've picked up 7 Ks. I'm honest about it. And, I feel bullied about that as well. But I take it from who it comes. And I just, I just do what I can. I try to, walk around where we live, walk, whatever. And I just said to myself, I've got enough pressure at this moment. I'm not going to worry about having more curves as well. So when the time, no, listen, when the time is right, you know, we as women, we have our happy weight. It doesn't matter what the number is. We have our happy weight where we feel comfortable. And I said to myself, when I can go to the gym and I can do something, I will gym again and I'll go back to my happy weight. But for now, it's okay. I'm alive. I've got people that loves me. At least I've got my business. We don't have to close down. Thank God for that. Things are, tight and everything, but God is pulling us through. So at this stage, weight is the last of my concern, honestly.
As long as you're happy and healthy, like you said,
Yes.
I've become such a great baker these days. I can make the best bread and rolls. You actually see the bread and rolls here.
Wow.
But so what I've decided is, Daksha and I, we actually go for a walk. I try to do it almost every day, but we do about between 6 and 7 Ks in the estate. We just walk around. And it's been so amazing because just to get out of the house and just to take in that fresh air and look at the green trees and just be out there, it's been amazing. So, we're really enjoying that walk. So I've been shedding quite a lot now. So I'm like getting back to normal. Yes, so I'm looking forward to that, just getting back to normal. But we've been eating a lot of, it's I would say unhealthy stuff, the breads and stuff that we got very used to. But I think if you can exercise and just get yourself fit again, that shouldn't be a problem. Life is so short. We look at all the COVID deaths and we think, live each day as though it's your last, because you never know if you're going to see tomorrow. And I think it's important for us to just do whatever we want to do. Eat what you want to eat. Daksha always tells me, Mom, you're trying to get fit and you're trying to lose that extra weight, but then you're having chocolates at midnight. And I keep telling her, but what if I don't get up in the morning?
Exactly. Exactly. Then at least you had your chocolates, at least.
Yes. So I just feel, if you want to do something, do it. If you want to eat something, eat it. Just live your life to the fullest because it's so short. All we can do is pray for the world because, at this very moment, there are people there taking their last breaths.
Yes.
Rosa, I just want to end by asking you, you do so much, okay? You're such an inspirational woman. You juggle so many hats.
Thank
You have a
you.
family, you have your business, you have the academy, you do makeup, you have your horses. There's so many things. Where to from here? Is there another pageant, another crown that you're vying for? Just tell me a little bit about that.
Okay, what I can say is I don't, well, they say never, but I don't think I'm going to do another competition again because it takes so much time, all the charity work and the work as public speaker and all of that. Listen, I love the public speaking. I'm Italian. We blah, 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 the whole time. It's not a problem, really.
Maybe I have
But
Italian blood in me as well, somewhere along the line.
well, we can check. I'm sure we can check. But no, I don't think there's going to be another pageant right now. That's why I said COVID-19 has really been an eye-opening for me. I just want to spend time on my business, with my family, with my horses, with the people, my friends that I love. I just want to do that for a while, you know? And obviously Project Rage is also going to be really taking up a lot of time, but it's something that I'm passionate about, so that's okay. It's fine. But I think right now, let us just be. Let us just love each other. Let us just be there for one another. Because this is fleeting. Looks is fleeting. Everything is fleeting. So no, I think I'm just gonna be Rosa. That's all.
Well, you're gorgeous. Rosa, I
Thank
also want
you.
to, if there's any way that I can get involved in Project Rage, I would love to get involved. So we'll talk about that.
Oh,
Yes, for
yes.
sure. We'll talk about that. And I'd also like to, at some point, get someone from Project Rage committee on my chat. And let's see
Okay.
how we can get the messaging out there as well. I think it's important. It's such an important project.
It is.
Um,
It
and
is.
it's what we're experiencing right
Definitely.
now throughout the world. So I think, we should actually address that on a different day. But I just want to thank you so much for coming on board and chatting to everyone. You're such an inspiration. And I'm sure that a lot of people are going to take away so much from today's chat. And
Thank
I
you.
love you lots, Rosa. So when everything is, we're going to adjust to the new norm. But the new norm is going to accommodate for us having that nice Italian dinner. So,
Yes,
yes, so we're going to go and have a nice Italian dinner.
absolutely. Thank you so much for the privilege, Shamila, to just, bare my heart and, just be able to speak to you and to all of your listeners and to bring my message across. I'm really humbled and really blessed and so grateful for this opportunity. Thank you so much.
It's a pleasure, Rosa. But before you go, can you please tell everyone how can they get hold of you?
You can get hold of me on Facebook on my personal page. You can get hold of me on my public page, MS Universe World International Petite. It's such a long name. Wow. And then, but that being said, I'm handing over my crown the 24th of August. So I'm supposed to go to Miami, but I can't because of COVID. But anyway, then you can follow Rosa van Niekerk attorneys for the legal side, and then also Worthy Women Makeup. You can find us there as well.
Well, here you have it, everybody. Rosa van Niekerk attorneys. We have Rosa chatting to me. And if you need any legal advice, she's available. Contact her on her social media platforms and get chatting to Rosa. Because I think in this day and age, a lot of people need wills. With COVID-19, a lot of people need to change wills as well. And here's an opportunity to look at that. Don't look at something when it's too late, because COVID does not choose who it wants to attack. So just be prepared for it. So ending on that note, thank you so much, gorgeous. I really appreciated the chat, and it was so good connecting with you again. And we'll touch base going forward.
Definitely. And I look forward to our vino when we can, actually, and to our Italian pasta. And I will cook for you, Shamila.
Oh, thank you, Rosa. So it's called,
Okay.
is it called vino or vino?
Vino.
Vino.
Yes, with a V.
Vino.
Yeah,
Okay.
vino.
Okay,
So to
vino.
anybody out there, bene bene grazie and arrivederci. So it means thank you very much, and arrivederci is goodbye. Ciao.
Arrivederci.
I will see you later. Yeah, I will see you later.
Great. Take care.
Thank you.
Bye,
Ciao,
Rosa.
ciao. Ciao.
Please save this video. Please
Okay.
save it to your chat. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.